Marco Makes has done it again. He's done it again. Hello my co-highs, hope you're all doing well. I'm your host Tyranno Senpai, and welcome to today's video of Tyranno Senpai's Toy Review. And today, we have a surprise review! We have what I would call a gift from God, but really, it's a gift from our wonderful friend, Marco Makes. Today, we're gonna be unboxing some 30th anniversary stuff that he made. I apparently got a couple things here from Marco Makes that just came by in the mail. And here they are. Whoopah! Behold, ladies and gentlemen, the first of my collection of my Jurassic Park 30th anniversary collection from Marco Makes. So this is kind of like a line of basic figures that come painted or unpainted, and they're extremely exquisite. And I think there's like 20 plus figures you can get. They're all made to look exactly like the ones in the movies. And of course today we're going to be talking about the Compsognathus and the Pachycephalosaurus, as these are the ones that he decided to send over, which are amazing. So before we get down to reviewing the figures, let's talk about the packaging. The packaging is pretty cool. We have, the Jurassic Park gates, along the front here. JP 30th anniversary. We got the flames and the wooden gate. We got some forests and jungle here. We got the mountains from Isa Nublar. And if you look at the bottom, I don't know how well it's going to pick up, but you can see little footprints along the bottom of the packaging. And then of course, you look at the front, here we have like a rusty Marco Makes logo with caution dinosaurs in area and some claw marks here. Turn to the side, we got the JP 30th anniversary, same on this side. Then we look at the back of the box, which I'm now seeing for the first time actually. These special edition collector's models are the perfect way to celebrate this fantastic franchise and community. These models feature detailed and accurate sculpts made to commemorate and celebrate the beautiful designs created by the incredibly talented artists that worked on the original movies. Made with love and care for the fans. And then of course, we got a date here, which is the release of Jurassic Park, and a scan code that you can check out, which is all pretty cool. And of course, we flip to the bottom, there's a scan code again, Marco Makes, JP 30th anniversary. This is quite a way to celebrate the anniversary, I'll tell you what. And of course, that's not all we get. We also get a certificate of authenticity, and we also get a business card with a little scan code on the back. And of course, we have a little pamphlet that looks exactly like the brochure from the original Jurassic Park. If I quickly go get it, I'll show you. What? Here's the brochure from the Jurassic Park movies, and here's the little ticky box thing. They are very reminiscent of each other. They got the yellow and like the black markings along the side. There is some slight differences here, but it's still a pretty cool nod to the franchise. So now let's go ahead and open up the pamphlet. So the pamphlet has, of course, the Jurassic Park 30th anniversary key art with a Marco Makes sticker of some sort. And of course the tag, bring a lost world home. And of course we open it, collect them all. And here we have all the figures you can collect. And we have a Velociraptor male, Corythosaurus, Ankylosaurus, Dilophosaurus, Parasaurolophus Jurassic Park, Pachycephalosaurus, Compsognathus, Tyrannosaurus, Carnotaurus, Baryonyx, Velociraptor, Tyrannosaurus buck, Gallimimus, Stegosaurus, Velociraptor female, Giganotosaurus, Parasaurolophus, The Lost World, Triceratops, Spinosaurus, Allosaurus, Velociraptor, The Lost World, and Brachiosaurus. And of course, we have like a ticky box that indicates, painted and unpainted. Danger, highly collectible. I like that line. But all these figures here look absolutely gorgeous, and I'm pretty sure they're still up on his Etsy. I'm gonna, once I get paid and stuff like that, I think I'm gonna try my best to collect all of these, because this would be an awesome collector's line to have. And they also come painted and unpainted, so that's also fun. And then, of course, we flip to the back. And then, of course, we have the same basic information we had on the packaging. This is really fun. I tip my hat to the people that were responsible for making these. And now, let's talk about the figures themselves. So first up, we have the Compsognathus, which comes unpainted. This one did, but it looks amazing. So each of these figures are approximately 25 centimeters long. They also have a hole in their body that's meant to make them, lighter and less expensive. This sculpt looks incredible. Look at this. Like, even unpainted, you can see the details. Like, you can see the scales around the mouth. You can see the fenestre, the eyes, the ears. You can see the wrinkly texture in the neck. Also, the tiny little scales in between. You can also see the rib cage and, like, the tiny little creases in the skin along the back. You can see muscle definition here on the limbs. You can also see, very defined claws and fingers. The bottom looks very wet, but that's probably because it's a resin or something. On the bottom of the foot, we have the Marco Makes logo. We also have muscle tone in the leg and the very long, very thin tail. That is the signature look of the Compy in this franchise. All in all, this looks absolutely amazing. This looks like the Compy from the Lost World. Obviously, I would love to paint this now, but all my painting supplies are packed away and I can't really get to them. So it's obviously going to have to wait until I move. All in all, this is still a really solid figure. And this is just like when it comes unpainted. But then we have the Pachycephalosaurus. And I said it 100 times before. I'm definitely going to say it now. This is my favorite herbivorous dinosaur. It's my second favorite dinosaur after T-Rex. And oh my god, I'm so glad to have finally gotten one of these. I think this is like our first time ever reviewing Pachycephalosaurus on the channel. So at first glance, this 100% looks like the Pachycephalosaurus from the Lost World in terms of sculpt. And the paintwork is just as fantastic. You can see like the little bumps of bone along the face and the huge dome on the top of the head, which has like these cracks in it. That's kind of like to show where the bone is. We have the little bumps along the skull, which are surprisingly sharp. Not sharp enough that you could stab someone, but noticeable. We have the beak with some, I'm guessing those are cheeks, like with the mouth being closed. We have the folds of skin on the neck with tiny little bit of skin. And the paint is just amazing. You can see like beige and teals and greens. We got a brown for the eye and a black for a pupil. How did you do that, man? That's a tiny little pinhole of black. How did you do that? That's amazing. And then going along the back, we have all this deep teal bluish green along the back, and it kind of fades out into the beige of the skin, which looks amazing. I love this little, this little detail of like this fading into the skin. And, we have muscle definition along the limbs here once again. And the weird 5-fingered hands that Pachycephalosaurus is known for. It's so weird. It's like I don't know any other animal that has 5 fingers that's not a primate. So seeing a dinosaur with 5 fingers is really creepy. But, here we have like the muscle definition of like the rib cage. We can see some of the ribs there. The belly texture looks incredible, wrinkly and scaly. We got those holes again, to make the figure lighter and less expensive. And we also have the signature Marco Makes logo on the bottom of the foot. And then we have, muscle definition of the thighs and the calves and the scoots on the toes. It has very pudgy toes too. Like, look at that. Those are very fat toes. You can also see a dew claw. It's unpainted, but I'm pretty sure I could touch that up on my own. And the long tail, which I didn't know until now, that Pachycephalosaurus had like these sort of scoots along its back, like a whole row of scoots. I didn't know the Lost World design had that, but it looks amazing. All in all, this is still a very solid figure. Not much else I can really say. It's a basic figure. There's no posability. It's made out of solid resin instead of rubber. But this is still pretty cool. So now, let's move on to comparisons. First up on our list of comparisons, here it is alongside another creation from Marco Makes, the Rubbersaurs Series 4 Atrociraptor. These figures are not in scale with the Rubbersaur line, but I will say, this Pachycephalosaurus, I would say actually scales pretty well with this Atrociraptor. My English is failing me slowly but surely. It just makes me want to have a rubber one of these. I really want a Rubbersaur Pachycephalosaurus now. Up next, here we have the Beast of the Mesozoic 1/35th scale Tyrannosaurus. Which, yeah, the only real reason I brought it here is like to get another figure that's like not in scale with like mainline dinosaur figures. But it still looks pretty cool. Especially, you know, because T-Rex and Pachycephalosaurus did live in the same place. And here we have them with the Hammond Collection T-Rex, you know, just to bring it back to Jurassic Park. And again, this Packy would scale very well with this T-Rex. Like, look at that. Ow. But yeah, this is pretty cool. I still want to get my hands on a Hammond Collection Packy. I just need to get money. And for one final bit of comparison, here are the 30th anniversary figures alongside his other basic figures line, the Mesozoic Planet line. We got the T-Rex, the Velociraptor, and the Deinonychus. And I'm pretty sure Pachyrhinosaurus is next, which I'm really excited about. So yeah, I think it's pretty cool that he's done basic figures for Prehistoric Planet and Jurassic Park. And I'm hoping that with Prehistoric Planet Season 2, we'll probably get more figures in the works, you know, like, you know, all the new stuff that's coming out. That'd be pretty cool. In conclusion, the Jurassic Park 30th anniversary figures are a must-have for any, you know, collectors that are, you know, looking for dinosaur figures or Jurassic Park in general. They're not in scale with each other, which is probably a negative, but they're not really meant to be. And this is still really cool stuff. You can also get them, you know, unpainted, so you can paint them, or if you just want to save yourself the trouble, just get a painted one. I know there's still a bunch still on Etsy, so I'll leave a link in the description if you want to pick one up for yourself. Don't mind the dog. Obviously, I can't recommend these enough. This is another great release from Marco Makes. Marco, if you're watching this, thank you so much for sending me these figures over to review. I am really grateful, and you're a really great guy. Obviously, I also have more videos with Marco that are, you know, that have been recorded, so be on the lookout for that. Final words? Pick these up. Doesn't matter which one, just pick them up. I'm obviously going to try to go for the whole dang collection. These are too good to pass up. I gotta collect them all. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed this little small review of the Jurassic Park 30th anniversary line. Look out for more videos in the makes. Pun unintended. But yeah, if you enjoyed today's video, leave a like, subscribe today, hit that notification bell so you don't miss anything new. Link to my Discord and my Twitch and Marco's Etsy in the description down below. And until next time, this is Tyrannosaurus signing off. Alright then, take care now. Bye-bye then.